Hey there everybody, this is Gary from Constricted and Addicted, and it looks like Max is a little bit constricted right now. But what I wanted to do is, I've got a couple of things I'm doing right now. Number one, I've got a new camera I'm using. I've actually got a couple of new cameras that I'm using, and I purchased a GoPro Hero 10 specifically for the YouTube channel. So I wanted to check it out. Plus I've got these other cameras that I've purchased over the last year that I've never used, so I figured I'd give them a shot as well. Today I want to show you my male Dumerils Boa Constrictor Max. Max just had a shed, so God, what a beautiful, beautiful animal he is. And Max is, you know, roughly about little over 5 feet long. He's a boa constrictor that I acquired through a friend of mine that purchased 3 of these and thought she got 2 females and a male, and I believe she got 3 males, so she didn't need the 3rd male. She asked me if I was interested in him, and I said absolutely. And this guy has just been the most docile boa constrictor that I have ever owned. So lazy, number one. He's what I truly call my lap snake, where I could sit on the couch and he will curl up on me and not move. He just literally sits there. I can take him to the park, show him off to the kids. The kids absolutely love this snake, and it's because of the size and probably his patterns, as Dumeril boa constrictors are not very common boa constrictors. So they see this, the parents see him, and they get like really interested. I've taken him to schools, I've taken him to kids events. He really does well with being around a lot of people. He's very well socialized, so he's a very good snake. Most of the snakes that I have in my collection are extremely docile, and Max definitely is probably the king of docile snakes when it comes to my collection. He's just a beautiful snake to have. What I truly love about Max is that people will handle Max who've never handled a snake, and he's so gentle and non-threatening. So it gives people a really good feeling when they handle Max. So I'm going to give you some close-up shots of Max, and then I'm going to go get Bolana. So here is my female Bolana, and as you can see, Bolana is much smaller than Max. Although Max is a 5-year-old, almost 6-year-old boa constrictor, and Bolana is just about 2 years old. Bolana does have the capacity or the ability to get almost 8 feet long, and I have heard that some instances the female Dumerils boa constrictor can get up to 10 feet long. I have a friend of mine that had a female that just had a litter, and I believe hers was 8 feet long. So I've had Bolana since she was roughly 6 months old. I bought her off a guy off Facebook. I really, truly tried to get my hand loose. Loved how Max was. So of course I'm thinking that every Dumerils boa constrictor... One minute. Max was getting quite tight on my neck, and it's just how he is. He's very grippy. He doesn't know he's wrapping around my neck, but he did, and it was time for me to get him off so I could focus more on Bolana right here, who is, again, she's my female. She's about 2 years old, and she gets fed every 2 weeks, as is most of my snakes do. When they're this old, anywhere from a juvenile until they reach the time that they are 3, I will feed them a rodent that's probably just a little bit larger than the size of the largest part of their abdomen, and I'll feed them every 2 weeks, and it really does well. You know, like I said, I've had Bolana for the better part of a year. She was half the size she was when I got her. She's growing really well, and she really does have the same temperament as Max does. Really just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boa constrictor. The difference between Bolana and Max is the coloration that they have. Bolana is more pink and orange. Max has some pink to him, but he's actually more green and brown. And I think that has a lot to do with maybe the amount of generations that Bolana has been bred through versus maybe the amount of generations that Max has been bred through. So it would take years for a Dumerils boa constrictor to get these colors, I believe, and I'm just guessing, in the wild, whereas maybe Max hasn't had the breeding generations. So I could be completely wrong with that, but I do know that Bolana has much more orange and pinks to her, where Max has more greens and browns. But they are very beautiful snakes, very docile, very gentle, very fun to handle. And what I really love about these snakes, again, is that they're very easy to share with other people. You could see that when people see me handling them, and they're pretty much like this right here, it gives people a little bit of an ease feeling when they come up and maybe they touch the boa constrictor. They realize it's not slimy, and then maybe they ask if they can hold it. I've seen people who are completely afraid of boa constrictors hold one of the Dumerils or even one of my other boa constrictors, and they get over that fear. And there's something about watching somebody hold a snake for the first time. I firmly believe it's a life-changing experience. So this is just a quick video with my Canon Rebel T7. I want to see how it's going to do. Here is Bolana, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.